Hi students, welcome to another video. This has questions taken in parts from the question paper code shown here. Now let's see the question and move into further discussions of it. For getting full-length answers to this particular question. Here I am showing only part of the question. In order to get the complete question from the beginning till the end, please check the description box below. I'll be sharing the link there. Okay, so now let's see how to do this question. Determine the enthalpy change for the reaction in kilojoules to produce A using section 11 of the data booklet. Let me rewrite what is compound A. Compound A is CH2 double bond CHOH. This is compound 2. So now in order to determine the enthalpy change for the reaction, we should be knowing what is the reactant, what is the product involved in this particular reaction. It is for this reaction we are asked to calculate the enthalpy change. So what is to be done is the reactant is ethyne, then water is there, the product A, compound A is there. In order to calculate the enthalpy change, we will expand and write the reactants as well as products so that the calculation becomes easy. Ethyne is C triple bond C, hydrogen, hydrogen. Water molecule is this, and compound A is what we require here. It is CH, double bond C, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen. This is compound A. Now let's see what is the enthalpy values for each of these bonds. Here we have table 11 as mentioned in the question. So let's see what all data we require. We need C triple bond C. We need CH data. We need OH data. Then this is again repeated, CH data, C double bond C data, CO data, and OH data. So going back to the table, C double bond C. Here we have C double bond C. Then the remaining are all, no, sorry. This is C double bond C. Then there is C triple bond C also. So we need these two data for multiple bonds. And for the single bond, we have to depend here. CO is 358. CH is 414. And then we have OH bond, which is 463. So we need this data to do the calculation. So CH bond energy value, what we have got is 414. So here also it's 414. This is 414. This is 414. This is also 414. So in this part, we have 414 times 2. Here we have 414 times 3. Then we have C triple bond C. So this is CH bond data. Then we have C triple bond C. So C triple bond C is 839. 839. So 839. Then we have OH bond, which is 463. This is 463. This is also 463. So here we have 463 times 2. This is for the OH bond. Now coming to this side, we have CO bond, which is nothing but 358, 358. So this was CH bond. Now 358 is for CO bond. Then we have an OH bond at 463. So again, this is 463 for the OH bond. be careful when we are using bond enthalpy data to calculate the enthalpy of a reaction. It is always energy of the reactants minus energy of the products. I'm highlighting it as reactants first followed by products. This is only when we are depending on bond enthalpy data. So this will be equal to reactants is thus. So that would be 414 times 2 plus 839. Then with that we come to with the 414 times 2 plus 839. So we have written the values for ethyne. Then we have, now we have water molecule. So that would be plus 2 times 463. Coming to the product side, so this has to be added and further subtracted from the product data. So here it is 414 times 3 plus 358 plus 463. So when we add up these data, we will be getting it as 2593. This is the energy value for the reactants, minus this side would be 2677. And when I'm further calculating this, I'll end up with minus 84. Now, the unit is kilojoules per mole. And being a combustion reaction, it's an exothermic reaction. So the value minus 84 is, so it's having the value negative. It's minus 84 because it is an exothermic reaction. So let's move on to the next question. The enthalpy change for the reaction to product B is minus 213. For this reaction, we have got this as minus 84 kilojoules. And for product B, it is said that it is minus 213. Now, predict a reason giving reason which product is more stable. Now, in order to understand which is the more stable product, we will have to depend on the energy profile diagrams. So let's see that. So now let's try that. So here we have compound A, its energy profile diagram. Let's assume that this is the reactant, which is ethyne. So reactant is ethyne, CH2, double bond CH2. This is ethyne. Its energy profile diagram would be, it goes up for activation energy and comes down. And just because 84 kilojoules is released, this spacing, this gap between the reactants and the products is going to be lower. It is minus 84. It's small. It's going to be a small gap. For compound B, the starting reactant is the same. So that means that the reactant energy now remains the same. It does not change. I'll repeat. We are starting off the reaction to get compound A or B from ethyne. That is the basic reason why this energy level for the reactant, it's the same. But in order to form the compound, after the formation of the compound, its energy is going down to a lower level, and the gap widens out. It's minus 213 kilojoules. The gap is broader. So here we can see that A is coming down. The product A, for product A, the gap, the energy level is comparatively higher. I mean, this energy level is higher than this energy level. I'll repeat. The energy level for the product A is higher than the energy level for product B. Obviously, since B has released off when compound B was formed, since more amount of energy has been released off, B is more stable than A. I'll repeat again. When B was formed, greater amount of energy was released, and hence B is more stable than A. Which is more stable? So stable is B. B is because it is more exothermic. more exothermic. B released of more amount of energy and hence it is more stable. Or B has a lower energy level than A.